Fala pessoal, aqui é o Andrade, eu faço lives na Twitch das 9 às 11 de segunda a sexta, geralmente de games retrô, detonados de alguns jogos que eu gosto e também de Fortnite. E esse vídeo de hoje é uma live que eu fiz observando o campeonato FNCS Summit, que aconteceu na Alemanha, tá? Então eu analisava o campeonato e também fiz gameplays durante a live, ok? Espero que vocês gostem. Bora lá?
And we got the win.
Now, the two of you now on form, on fire, but this is a stacked lobby. Do you think consistency is something you can achieve?
Of course, always got to be consistent. You know, it's a mental game.
Cara, agora vai demorar um
Bad,
pouco
we
pro...
won the game, now we're back in it to win it.
The mentality.
Nossa, pera aí, moçada, que tá alto essa coisa aqui. Vamos ver aqui. Tudo bem. Tô duro. O cara não matou eu. Agora não, parceiro. Achei que eu tinha pegado com a parede. Full box. Opa. Da mãe. você, mano. Ah. Se você não acertar primeiro dessa torre, você morre. Sério isso? Vamos de novo. Esse cara só faz isso. Ah. Faz sentido. cara faz isso, velho? Ah, que mentira. É sério isso? Você vai usar isso mesmo pra mim? É sério isso? Nossa. De novo. Ah, não é possível isso. tua manha já. Ó. Você é igualzinho, ó. Olha lá, ó. Faz third party, aí você faz. Você vê na... O cara pegou coisa de explosão, mano. Ó, pegou de explosão. É a pior coisa que isso. Olha quem pegou. Só podia ser o corre-corre. Podia ser ele que pegou. O cara correu. Na hora que ele viu que eu fiquei de frente, ele correu. Ah, papou bala. Ah, tem um cara tirando bomba. Olha lá, olha lá. Bosta. Para com essa bosta. Para também de querer só rushar. Bom, vamos voltar pro campeonato?
For the Global, it's the Fortnite event of the years, like every time.
It's very important.
Intervalo
to
tá
get
maior
the
dessa
team
vez, vamos voltar pro jogo.
because You secure your land spot for the end of the year.
Vamos,
Be perfect.
vamos jogar um Zone Wars? Ai! Ah, bosta. Caramba, tem um? O cara só fugindo, cara. Ah! Voltou? Não. Ah, não é possível. Fez tudo certo, vamos morrer pro cara. Não, né? Olha lá, a parede era tua. O que você tá fazendo? Nossa. A parede é tua, o pix é dele. Agora você perdeu, mano. Fecha. Agora você morreu. Tá perdido, cara. Vai passar de 5 da hora. Ó. É, agora você já era, mano. Vai ficar gastando aquela tua. Ah, você vai dar lateral tudo pra ele, tirando o seu, ué. O cara tá brincando com você, não matou você com quis. Morreu. Mata. Você morrer por ele ainda, meu. Vai largar a mão. Olha. Aí, ó. Pelo amor de Deus. O cara tá fechado lá dentro. Vou morrer por ele. Vou lá em cima. Boa. Morri. Morri. Ah, o meu próprio time me matou. Ah, eles ficam brincando. Eles ficam brincando de fazer free build. Tá tendo cara, vai morrer, morrer. Morreu. Vai, vai. Ah, edita em cima, mano. Esse aí tá dando a vida. Tá louco?
Now, they had plenty of time to rework their strategy.
But it's just so crazy to think. Everyone knew. Everyone's been strategizing. Everyone's been planning for the countermeasures. But the fact of the matter is,
Cara,
when
por
it's
que
so
que o
on the
Nut não
fly,
tá
when it's
transmitindo a partida? Já
happening in the
morreu?
same day, it's so much more difficult to be able to actually meet every single one of those expectations. You're just constantly guessing and checking.
Olha lá o Nut lá, já morreu, mano.
They're getting
Já
those
viseira, Nut.
eliminations. Yatera probably didn't see this one coming. They soar from above.
Ó.
It doesn't even look like he was playing there in
Que
that
isso,
moment.
cara?
Not sure what happened,
Sanji,
but he's gonna
matou
be the
ele.
first one to fall in a 2v1 situation against Belusi and Zangi. That one's gonna be an easy wipe.
Back over to Latte. It was incredibly messy in the first 4 games
Strategizing.
of the
Everyone's
day.
been planning for the
Vamos pegar aqui.
countermeasures.
People had a moment
But
to
the fact of
chill.
the matter is, when
In
it's so
half-time, it looks a bit more quiet here in game number 5.
Ó, o Hit, o Hit, o Cooper estão aqui.
In the first 4 games of the day.
Hazers.
In favor of people had a moment to chill and read in half-time. It looks a bit more quiet rising in game number 5.
after a certain
And
point,
hopefully for
you
NA
just
fans,
have to
that
chalk it
works
up
in
to
favor
where
of
is
Ritual
the line
Haters
going to be
and Reed
drawn
and
in
Cooper.
the sand. And
It
for
gives them the
Agers
best
and Ritual,
chance
they
of rising in the
realize
standings.
they're going to need a little
After
bit
a
more
certain
if they
point,
want to try and overcome
you just
the top
have
15.
to
Chalk
how
it
many
up to
times have we
where
seen
is the
Pablo
line
Chino
going to be
do
drawn in the
this?
sand. And for Agers and Ritual, they realize they're going to need a little bit more if they want to try and overcome the top 15.
And how many times have we seen Pablo and Chino do
Mata.
as well?
Yeah, they heard the noise that was going down.
Cara, você viu
Momsy had just
o tiro que ele
finished a
acertou
fight.
ali?
And that's been a thing about Shark and T. They've been playing well, but they have had some struggles when it comes to Storm Surge. So you're seeing them
noise that
and
was
a
going
few
down
other
over here.
teams to start
Skyjump
this
and
game
Momsy
already
had
switching
just
things up
finished
to try to
a
fix
fight,
what
and
wasn't
that's been a
working.
thing
There's
about
a lot
Shark and
of
T.
bot
They've been
footage
playing
out there
well,
on
but
Momsy
they
and
have
Skyjump
had some
hanging
struggles
out
when
in
it
the
comes to Storm
forest.
Surge.
So for
So you're seeing
somebody
them
like
and a
Teeny,
few other
it is
teams to
not
start this
shocking
game
to think
already
that they
switching
would have
things
come
up
up
to
with
try to fix what
formula
wasn't
to
working.
try
There's a
and
lot
take
of bot
that
footage
out.
out there on Momsy and Skyjump.
Peraí que tem
hanging
alguma
out
coisa
in the
errada, tá dois caras
forest.
falando
So for
aqui.
somebody like Teeny, it is not
of the
shocking
biggest
to
names
think that
we
they would
saw
have come up
at
with
the
a
last
formula
duo
to
land.
try.
Just how impressive they were.
Aí.
Two of the biggest names we saw
Ó,
at the last duo
ó o
land.
Peter Bot, o pollo.
Just how impressive they were. And though we are far removed from that, we know they still have the ability. With this type of loot in hand, both of them with gold shotguns. If they do have to force a fight, Jacob, you've got to think it's in their favor.
Yeah, right now you can kind of see that they were able to loot up very, very quickly. They got those legendary
Deus,
fishes,
tá,
plus
Deus
the
e
Midas
Kings
Cloppers, so
não
getting a
lutam.
strong loadout. That's gonna be easy, but Venno falls again. Teus and King BR, they've been on a roll on this side of the map.
O
Now
Teus matou o Venom.
up
Ó o
against the
Teus.
wall
Vamos ver se eu
once
consigo botar
more.
o Teus aqui pra não assistir.
But Venno, they won the NAFNCS, but this weekend, particularly Championship Sunday, I gotta wonder where it all went wrong.
Look, the Brazilian fans might be outnumbered here
Wow.
in Germany, but we just heard them getting plenty rowdy for what just took place last game. But now it's all about Peterbot and Boyo. Can they overcome? They're looking to see if they can strike first elimination here at Humble Hills.
Putting pressure down. That's exactly what they do best. You see how they're approaching this fight differently, Levin? They're not just bulldozing into the box. They made one.
Be the surprise team that pushes
Enquanto o Teus carrega ali.
maybe one of the other duos up there till the very end.
There is just so many duos, though. You look at 268 points on a leaderboard at the halfway mark, and if you are not in that 100-point threshold range, it's very difficult to start thinking about realistically overtaking them. Instead, it shifts. Focus is top 15, and for Pixie and Swizzy, they're still within that striking range, so it makes total sense that they're looking for every opportunity to rack up elimination points because the placements are soon to follow.
That's the one thing we know for sure, especially for a team like Swizzy and Pixie. When they turn it on,
Cara,
they
você
can
pode ver que é uma
pick up
disputa
those
por
eliminations
espaço, né?
when it matters, but they're being very, very precise about how they want to approach the situation. They know sides is scarier, holding down that mending machine, so instead of fighting it, they're just going to take their damage and leave. Kurama, Akira, rotating through again. And all of their teams that kind of would usually stick towards the south side of the map are kind of making quick and early rotations, trying to get into the zone. With the way these storm surge changes this year, you're seeing how it affects the gameplay and the differences from levels until now.
This has sort of been the name of the game, though, for Akira and Karama.
The thing about being in a battle against Sky and Scroll is they don't slow down, they don't misstep. To overcome them, you're gonna have quite the game. Vico Malabuka are capable of it, but they still have plenty of other top competitors.
Their opposition could take a mile.
But you still have to remember, this is Yepko and Panzer's home base. Bacchus and Hero, they were originally contesting at Big Whale and Punk. We all saw that that was not faring in their favor, not even the slightest, so they wanted to shift the plan. They're trying to find new opportunities, but that's thrown so many issues, not just for Yepko and Panzer, who now have a lot of their coverage left to try and reclaim, but Vico Malabuka, they're now taking more surge tags from Epic Whale and Pump, who are feeling a little bit more bold, being uncontested.
Even with Venom Curve fighting King and Tails, it was always going to be rough. Shadow and Virgo, right now, doing
Vamos ver se
everything in
o
their
Deus
power
liberou
to
aqui.
keep NA still in this battle for first.
To heal up just a little bit so they don't have to dig deep into the pockets and pull out the pizza or the chug. Looking back, spotted out Chino and Pablo. Neither one of them wanted to take a shot. They want to stay and keep their position relatively unknown, because as you rotate out of Sandy Strip, you have a far distance to go, and you don't want to be tagged up all along the way and lose your storm surge damage.
Why bother drawing attention to yourself if it's not necessary? Chino and Pablo are another one of those duos that, sure, it might be a 90-ish point disparity between themselves and Sky and Scroll, but we've seen what they are capable of. They know how to deliver a huge point conversion match.
And unlike some of the other teams like Curve on our screens here, who are having to deal with all these mix-ups and shake-ups in their game plan and their strategy, Pablo Chino able to play their game. That gives them the best possible shot. Most of we've seen some of the struggles they have had in the mid-game, running into titans of different regions in their pursuit of staying in it. Sky, Scroll, low on surge for Volko, and so that's going to cause a bit of desperation. He's going to try and force the issue.
Nada.
Fringe and Volko, it's a necessity for them to fight this fight. There's not too many targets around the actual spot where they're at now. They're 115 below. They're not taking damage from Storm Surge yet, but they will if they don't get what they need. Right shot by Volko, that's going to get them 23 above the damage threshold. Pulling Sky and Scroll down that.
Nossa, pegou. Eu nem vi ali como ele acertou o cara, eu nem vi o cara. Esse Scroll é joga pra caramba. Esse Scroll joga muito.
Scroll reminding everyone why today he is the best player in the world.
Scroll is just undeniable.
Isso é primeiro.
His presence felt in every single moment. Any opportunity that Cringe and Volko might have had completely disappearing right in front of their eyes. The Sky Scroll now with another freebie refresh. It wasn't even a necessity. They are 5-5-5 heading towards the next zone, and they have the luxury of taking their sweet time. A dead side approach is likely in the works.
And just like that, Sky and Scroll back to playing out their regular game.
Oh, deep.
The one we have seen them do all season long. Vico Malabuka. In typical fashion, things looking a bit messy here, but they thrive in the chaos. Yapko Panzer, a duo that they are very familiar with. Well, they won't want to be fighting against these guys just now, so quick little loot up.
Not even a necessity to have to fight that when you see they're above the damage threshold and over 400. You're seeing how they got so far above the damage threshold. Shockwave from above. The surprise attack. They didn't see it coming.
They just fully punished.
Cara, o Vico tá lá em cima, o Malibuco descendo. Vai entrar fazendo um caminhão, hein? Pegando mais coisa. Ó.
You've got to make sure that you are keeping at least one member looking the other way.
They set the screen on themselves.
Os caras pensam muito rápido, cara.
Vico Malabuka jumped on the opportunity. That is what
Eles viram que eles tinham material sobrando e fizeram essa estrada.
Have been in the EU for years, showing it on the stage now.
It's one of the best teams, as it seems, controlling their serves. They haven't been ticked
Vai lá.
once the entire tournament, which is impressive, which goes to show that they're constantly staying above that damage threshold. Planning each rotation.
Eu não tô vendo. O Lewa e o Romero estão vivos ainda.
Those numbers, but not take damage back themselves.
Can't help but notice the direction that this zone is pulling. This is Mika Malafuka's backyard, but also a duo like Chino and Pablo. They have made a great approach far north of everyone else. They'll have the highest point of elevation. They've just got to make sure they keep
Cara,
their
como é
heads
que
on the
ninguém
swivel.
rasga
They
esses
don't
caras
get caught
andando
out
aí?
by
Isso aqui
any
são uma
team
dead
that's
zone.
gonna sneak up behind them.
Not the spot you want to be in if you're Fadil and Ju below the damage threshold. And the thing is, they
Ó, o
want
King
Romero.
BR tá
They
indo,
don't
ó. O King
hear
BR tá.
that Fadil and Ju are below that damage threshold until
podia-
their shields crack. But they know aggression when they
Podia
see them.
aparecer
They
aqui,
don't
né?
know it. They're just trying to climb on top of the Frigid Fortress building. They're not necessarily trying to take a risk.
Resetar tudo aqui vai ficar uma
They're just
bosta.
trying to elevate themselves so they can shoot off into the distance.
But off into the distance, it was Chino and Pablo. The way that they had made their approach into Frigid Fortress's peak elevation is the primary reason why Fadil and Ju are having to expend practically all of their
Cara,
own material
vai ver,
now.
ó.
Pablo, Chino,
Vai a
they
full.
recognize the fact this is likely a team that's rather weak. They have to spend opportunities to heal.
Cara,
so
ele
they
vai ter
won't
que-
be able to lie
Olha lá, o Leo, o Romero tá abaixo dele.
And you talk about wanting to build up,
Polo,
take a risk.
Peterbot,
It might have been
foi
risky to do
carregou.
just that. Their biggest opportunity to get damage.
Nossa,
Chino
também tão
flew by,
abaixo.
they were not ready to get any tags whatsoever. Now you're seeing just how hard it is for them to find any sort of damage.
Só
Everybody
fechou
boxed
pra,
up.
só
No
fechou até
in a
agora
rush
pra Neves.
to move out of their box.
Oh.
Except for them, and they go down.
Sometimes you're just left with no other options when you're that below the damage threshold. But for Acorn and Bolts, they get the zone not too far off where they landed. It gets even closer as it's going over towards the northwest, not too far away from wherever he's at now. And they also get the pull. So for Acorn and Bolts, the main thing on their mind is not going down or making any bad peaks.
One reoccurring trend throughout today, though, is
Dr.
that
House,
whoever won the last lobby has
Ó,
had
o
a
Rich tá
rather
ali na
difficult
partida,
time in the
Cooper tá
very
vivo
next, but for
também. Eu não tô
Acorn and
vendo
Bolts,
mais o King
they are
BR e o
looking to
Teus.
escape that narrative.
King e Teus, cadê o King e
Sharktini,
Teus?
on the other hand, they've got a whole different slew of problems here. 212 below. Shark having to use everything just to try and
Não,
out-heal.
olha lá, o King
Some of
achou
these
vi
surge
agora.
takes 14 players that still need to go down. They'll have to force the issue.
Yeah, there's even another team spraying on that box. Looking behind, they know where they gotta go. They know where the zone's gonna lead. Swizzy, Pixie, they're gonna open that one up and land even more damage onto Teeny, making his life that much harder in this situation. 232, it's now or never. Reed Cooper on the other side. Shark takes a big shot. Storm Surge still taking him down. 20 HP, only a couple of seconds before he is struck out of the lobby completely. Shark's gonna fall. Now Teeny with his back up against the wall. A necessary sacrifice as Shark goes down. He
Cara, os
lands a
caras
shot
tão
and he gets up above the damage
acima, agora
threshold.
10 acima.
Most people might be scared to see Teeny in this kind of solo position, but you have to remember, Teeny's been throwing out his own punches, even at 5 eliminations, if I'm not mistaken, in
King
that
tá
second
lendo, velho.
round.
O King tá solo, velho.
And I mean, you can look at all the little things that they could have done differently in that moment.
Tentar pegar o King aqui.
Shark potentially in the game, but the mistakes were made way before this point in the game, and it's just up for Teamy now.
Peterbot tá punindo.
Sayas is gonna go down. Ages of Ritual taking a lot of the focus, but they're constantly changing targets. They don't want to let anybody breathe. That's at the back of the zone. Now Pump is feeling the pain. No eliminations yet, but Repeater Rocky Pollo, they handled their surge.
There's one spot you never want to see. It's Pete ahead of the rest of the lobby because he just goes into target practice mode. A lot of damage applied, but they still need refreshes. They need to make it to the bodies because they need to build up more materials, a better loadout. Swizzy, on the other hand, he's already got it. He is set and perched on the high ground. Pixie directly next to him. Who's going to be the first, though?
King BR tá vivo ainda, cara.
If you know anything about these two players, this is where they like to be. We have seen them on this stage and in EU make waves from above, but this is not over when you have Acorn and Bolts looking to try and make the back-to-back happen.
Rapaz. Ó, o King tá vivo, cara. Tá solo, velho. Cara, clutch solo do King. Ah, agora já é. Agora já é. Valeu, King. Foi longe pra caramba.
Why they are so feared in NA. This is time to make the game happen. Nico Malabuka down below, still gonna make it happen. If they can keep it up, they might just take height off of them.
I wouldn't call it way too
Ah, o
soon,
Peter
though.
Bot tá no high.
So many teams get overthrown in these moments here. One shockwave is all it takes. Pixie lands a monster of a shot onto Momsy, pushing him back, making him go and retreat back to Sky Jump, but it's not enough. Another attack from down below. Vico gets elimination of his own. They're fifth of the game, but they're outside. They need to find the shockwave in. They need to make it inside the zone because they have very, very little extra HP.
But the thing that they did have was full control of front side. They have escaped all of the congestion. They were able to utilize every single one of their white heals, and now they are ahead. Looking back, preventing anyone from challenging the vicinity. This territory belongs exclusively to them. Front side is completely out of reach, but Pete and Julio, they're more concerned about the high ground.
Easy teams down below, and that just plays right into Vico Malabuka's hands. They're looking
No.
for a refresh, and Vico will hit the shot.
Vico.
Won't go for the loop. They want to keep a hold of the front side alone.
But they are
Ó o
dropping
Cooper.
down. Ree and Cooper. They've
Cooper e Rich tomaram, contestaram o Peter Bot.
For Vico and Malabuka. One of them's down. Vico's down. Forced to punch up. But high
Ó, o
ground
Rich.
continues to fight it out. Ree and Cooper.
Fritou o Peter Bot, o Rich.
2v1 situation on Hype.
Ah,
But they lose it all. Boyo is answering
É
back.
Poio e Cooper.
But it only starts with a knock. Cooper
Ah!
Get to stay here in the lobby. Pollo
Oh, Pollo.
bringing it back. Darn, Deemish just underneath. Pollo, how far can you truly rise when the moment calls you most? When the lights are at their brightest, Deemish is fully cracked from a big 155. Pollo just trying to see who's going to try and challenge him first. But Deemish, Darn, they're both just so weak. Pollo's got the chug-jug. He's sitting back. Another shot into Darn. The first one gonna fly.
Nossa, o Poio, cara. Que é isso? Nossa. O Poio tá carregando o Peter Bot.
The young Mexican makes it happen.
Pollo! Even Pete is saying, oh my god! How did you manage that 2v1? That was insane!
Ô, João Fernando, você tem vontade de jogar e transmitir com meu papai?
It was a 2v1 situation.
Viu, amor?
You were solo for a considerable amount of time.
tem
You
vontade de
got
jogar
on the
e
high ground,
transmitir
on
com
the
meu
low
papai?
ground, figuring things out. It was not that chill, was it, Pete?
Levar no Twitch.
I'm playing with the best player in the world. I mean, I don't even know what I just watched. I mean, comeback starts now.
The comeback starts now. We just watched a Pollo masterclass. Pete, it's been an up and down day so far, as you said. The comeback starts now. Are we going to see Prime Pete?
Peter Bot, olha pra mulher, para de ficar olhando pra
Come
câmera.
out soon.
Que
He
estranho.
might have to come out soon. I
Você
think
já
he
é
needs to
estranho,
come
fica
out
olhando pra
now.
câmera.
Pollo.
Olha lá,
on
ele ficou
fire.
olhando,
We've
olha
seen
pra
you
ela,
watching,
pô.
We've seen such peak performance from you in the first few games. Do you think now that that trophy is a possibility?
Yeah, I think that's the game that we needed to start the comeback. So maybe we can win.
O Poio cresceu, né,
Okay,
rapaz?
Pete,
Ele é um menininho estranho, né?
Pollo
Vamos-
even now is saying that you can win. Do you think it's going to be NA on top?
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Peter, but come on, I need more confidence from you. Is it NA on top?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's set to a break.
One situation at that, and now he's trying to put pressure. Doesn't want to let the revive come out. A fake shockwave, and the elimination comes through either way. Rapid, kind of even in that exchange, but you could see he wasn't able to get any of that loot. Only 6 builds left to his name, so wherever he goes for that reboot, Panzer will be there.
He was so prepared for the challenge, but he had 0 materials. He could not afford to just charge head on into where Panzer was directed, but the damage has still
Cara,
been
Deus já
done.
morreu de novo.
Panzer will have to play this game as a solo for the time being, and making it to a reboot ban with so many other teams closing in is not going to be easy.
Great to see that Vico and Malabuka are back up. Earlier in the game, I did.
They are still trailing in terms of top 5 potential here. But with Pollo and Peterbot, if they can keep firing off on all cylinders, it might just be game over.
The trend we've seen with Pete and Pollo is that they like to heat up towards the back end of competitions. And usually we see that in 6-game tournaments, right? Where game 5 and 6, they have their pop-off moment. We got a couple more games after that. What happens when that continues and continues and the momentum builds? Are they still a potential threat at the top of this leaderboard? These two will try and make that not possible with just how consistent they are.
It's just so scary though if you're Skrull and Sky, because you are leading the pack. You are ahead.
Nudge também já foi pro saco.
But you also have all of that additional
Você tá
pressure.
doido?
They are our it's for EU, but even after that accomplishment, it's another thing entirely to pursue it and receive it and take it over in a LAN environment.
Essentially, this game right here, about a 46 or so point difference as of now. Sky and Skrull still leading in first, but you have multiple teams, including Acorn and Bolts, hot on those heels. And for them, they're 183 above the damage threshold. Bolts and Acorn have been playing consistent. They have a win in the tournament so far today. It's just about making it really matter in the last half. And I think one of the biggest difference makers, especially for a team like Acorn and Bolts, is they don't necessarily go elimination crazy.
Could be the case. Sharpantini, though, certainly a team that can deliver those big-time performances. Heavy elimination, strong placements, but first, they're going to need to see if they can take out Garn and Deemish. Caught them a little bit off guard here. Going to force out the builds, spot of retreat, but Shark is just beaming anybody he can in the lobby. He needs all the damage he can get right now because they are currently still sitting just above that damage threshold. And as the players start to rift in overhead of Humble Hills, this could be even more complicated.
Still, shots are connecting. We can't overstay. It is going to go from 2 tick per second that you're inside of the zone to 5 ticks, so he immediately tries to beeline his way there. Rightfully so, because you look at where the zone pulls all the way across the map. Max pull for the majority of the lobby. We're headed on over to Battlewood.
Pretty big confidence decision, though, from Shark. He was hanging out in the storm so far away from his duo, Teeny, and yet they weren't punished for it. They kind of scouted out the fact that they had an opening for Shark to kind of stick around, look to try and punish some players. We're a little bit later than the rest of the lobby, but now Swizzy, Pixie, they're on pace to try and take over the top half of that leaderboard.
See with just how this zone is shaping up. All those early rotations will be crucial. This isn't the type of zone where you want to be running in late. It is so easy to get focused here as these players move in. Pixie, Swizzy, looking for a refresh, looking for any sign of weakness. They won't find it. Vico, Malabuka, those guys are looking good. Shark and Teeny, a tournament-defining game for these two.
Yeah, as soon as they made it inside of the zone on this side of the map, Teeny immediately took damage from Belusi and Zangi down below. But I like the approach. Instead of getting aggressive and trying to fight back, they're letting them move forward. We'll follow them in the rotation with these shockwaves because right now we don't need Surge. We just need to survive.
But that pizza box was the last of their resources. They don't really have a whole lot in the White Heels department. And for Sky, Skrull, the pressure is on. Kanata, Victor B, trying to see if they could challenge and take down their EU opposition here. But Skrull and Sky will have none of it. They are protecting their space, refusing to allow anyone to try and catch them off guard.
Like, this is the point in the game. You almost have to have Sky and Skrull go down because this is where they excel the most. In the end,
cara, não tô vendo nem o Romero, nem o Lewa, nem o Nudge, nem o Deus, nem o Gabzeira.
This is exactly what we were talking about.
Aí, ó.
It's always going to be a tough task for Ritual to rotate.
Vocês estão vendo aí?
Those guys took the opportunity. Again, we see Sky looking to, again, get a bit more of an advantage as far as Surge is concerned, not looking as comfortable as we typically see them.
And part of this issue is just stemming from the fact that when they were based up in their hill position, all of that action was taking place on the south side of Battlewood Boulevard. They didn't really have the best opportunities to establish any early surge because everyone was hiding out inside the buildings instead. So that's bleeding over into their problems right now. But Sharktini, they're creating so many issues in the lobby.
Shark is, he's trying to cook something up right now. He might be overcooking. Just gotta take a moment to breathe and stay and follow Teeny. Vico, what are these guys cooking?
That was tough. A big elim there because that is not just elimination. You saw they locked that player outside.
Leo e o Romero
tão
tão vivos ainda.
One step closer to placement, just like Peter Bot and Pollo. They caught fire in that last game. And what a better time to catch fire in the second half of today's tournament. 91 above the damage threshold. Peter Bot and Pollo are looking for more.
Will lightning strike twice is the question. Can we have another crazy performance that leads to a win for those two? There's plenty of people in this lobby who are going to get in the way of that. Vico and Malibuka poised to do just that from this position here. Where we want to see them looking so uncomfortable, looking desperate for damage.
This is a nightmare of a scenario. 11, 87 below the damage threshold. No extra heals. They're able to bump right up the top of that damage threshold, but they have to rotate again. They have no extra shields, but they're on the front side of the zone. They built themselves a little space. Shark and Teeny, aggression turns to bite them in the behind instead. They lose all of their shield, all of their momentum right there in that one moment.
But both still trying to keep it rolling here on the low ground. Vico, Malibuka, they've had the chance to heal, and that might have been the only breathing room they needed. Vico, Malibuka now going to start to make their approach on the backside of zone. Who's going to be next? They're going to continue to wrap around. They've got the white heals. They can afford to tank a couple of ticks of storm, but Bolt's coned up. Builds so limited. 80 left on the Chug Jug. He's going to try and play his own life, buy a little bit more time. While Shark and Teeny, they've eliminated enough players, but can they get another? Because they're going to need the refresh.
Pollo is down, but that's okay. It's time for a flashback performance from Peterbot, but can he stop the freight train? That is Teeny and Shark. Bolts is doing his best, but he's just ran out of builds, trying to hide the cone. He gets found out. He's seeking for more. Victor B gets struck down by lightning. Bolts cannot pick up the elimination. Even Scroll, they're feeling that same pain. Separated once again.
But now it's Sky's turn to pick up the ball and carry it forward. Sky doing everything. 5 overdrive grenades, but only 39 HP. Flowberry miss grenade. He knows there's a team that could potentially be trying to make a play for height. He's going to be able to siphon off some shield from it. But first and foremost, he has to figure out where can I go next, because bodies are just surrounding him everywhere and they're closing in.
And even with Vico and Malibuka's best efforts in this game, the longer Sky stays alive, the harder it is to
Lá, o robô de cagote foi de rastro já. Não tô vendo ele ali, ó.
Yeah, into the top 12.
E
Half the
o
placement points come in at that top 10 mark.
Sky, o
Again,
Vico,
he's
o Malibuka, agora já era.
position
Malibuka.
once more, but he's
Perderam pro
quickly running out of
Vico.
builds. A lot of his resources going right down the drain, but an opportunity there onto Darm. Breaks into the wall. Oh my, a perfectly placed ramp is going to save the day and allow for Sky to not get the elimination, but he's still on the hunt for more.
Pegou o cara.
He's gonna keep hitting shots like that if they present themselves. And Sky now patiently waiting for that next opportunity to strike.
Sky trying to see just how far can he carry the torch forward, but look, from the land down under, way up above the rest of the lobby, Tinka and Resigned.
E o Resigns e o 2 já estão contestando.
Throttling everybody in these congested lower layers, and now Flixie, Jap, how will they respond? They have to contend with everybody underneath them. They might need to take out Ozone, who's directly in front, but still Flixie trying to just keep pushing forward.
Him and Chap are not slowing down. Even Sky, he will not be denied. He's essentially the inevitable player.
Nossa.
Again, he takes the crown away from King, puts it on his own head. Into the top 4 we go. This is a run like any other. Can Sky clutch up?
You thought Scroll could cut, this guy can too. And he's not just enough to continue to keep that lead. Flixie will try and move above, but it's gonna be the Oshi duo trying to close out this game and get the first dub on land for OCE.
Surely they won't let it happen. Surely Flixie won't actually take
É.
it. Sure enough, Resigned and Tinka bring this
Ah, não
one
tinha, ele
home.
estava
Tinka
desde lá de
wins
cima
it
lá,
all
cara.
theirs.
The thunder from down under, the boys from OCE OCE do it. They're putting their entire region on their back. They don't want to just win here. They want to go to the global championship.
Ué, travou por quê?
Resigns. This isn't your first rodeo, but it is OCU's first win. And FECS LAN, how does it feel?
Honestly, it feels amazing. This is the best feeling. This is the best feeling.
Tinker, you haven't always had the best results on land, but here you are proving that it can be done for Australia and everyone watching back home. You had the high ground, you had it clean. Did you know once you had established yourself
Pegou o
that
high
this was
clean,
in
né?
the bag?
I think the main thing is just to
Ninguém
play with
contestou
confidence.
isso.
You got to forget your OC and you just got to play like you do at home, and it works.
It worked. Was always the intention to go for high ground.
I mean, yeah, like on land, everyone's pretty scared, so like we just don't play scared. We just take height, don't die.
It's our good friend Queasy. He established that one a while ago and it's clearly working for you. But the key thing now is consistency. You haven't had the best game so far, but do you feel like this win is going to give you the confidence now to get off spawn and get to the finish line?
100%.
Well, boys, congratulations again. Making history for OCE. It's Tinker on Resigns.
Nós voltamos de 2 minutos aqui. Ah, bugaram a construção de novo. Cara, que isso? Que isso? Não entendi não. Falhou a 12. Agora sim. Lenda do deserto. Nossa senhora. Ó, cara, coisa.